There we go.
Okay. Okay, welcome aboard to El Cigno. This aft deck area is very spacious, as you can see. The woodwork was all done with the refit, the major refit. This extension section here, this section here is the extension, 4 meters longer than she was originally built. Constructed originally in 1985. The extension was done in 2004, and the owners have had her for 11 years. So they did the extension work all the way through.
Oh, okay.
And they're very, they love the truck, and they just like to make sure it's running exactly as it is. That's long you enjoy spending time on the road. So there's no expense spare, as you would like.
Do you know how many owners she's had?
Only 2 before this one, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, she was originally built for Arab. I think so.
It's a big D.
Oh, big D. Okay. Okay, we saw them charring out there. That's fine.
So what type of engines do you have in this
We have
boat?
NTU 396s. They're 16 valve V16s. Very powerful engines. 2,000 horsepower engines each one.
How much is the cruising speed?
Sorry?
The cruising speed, what is it?
Cruising speed, we normally cruise about 10, 11 knots.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you cruise at 10 knots, how much fuel do you burn per hour?
10 knots, about 175.
With the generator running?
Yeah, with generator running.
And if you're at anchor and only one generator is running with the AC on, how much?
With the AC on, 24 hours is 600 litres. 24
Okay.
hours.
Okay, it's
No stabilizer.
25 liters per hour.
We have stabilizers underway only, not
Underway,
zero
okay.
speed yet. Yeah.
Okay. And displacement hull.
Displacement hold. Displacement hold, yeah.
That's great to know. How many hours do the engines have? Like more or
I'll
less.
check with the engineer again. I can't remember. Do you want to tell you what time? Tell you
No, I'd have to check as well.
I don't know, but they've done recent. We did the Fort Lauderdale refit work where we did engine overhaul, and so everything was up to W6, I think, down there.
Oh, W6,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow, W6,
I
really?
think it was W5 then.
Oh, W5.
Yeah, we were going to say W6 is the big breakdown one.
Yeah.
That's one before that one.
It's
Yeah.
top end.
Top end.
Okay.
Top end. Yeah. All right. Well, we go on in.
It's very solid wood,
Yeah.
like on Aphrodite.
No pretend.
Thank you. Very clean and open
Yeah.
space. With the light wood, it makes everything nice and easy on the eye as well. It's quite spacious.
Yeah.
Even with the smaller windows than you get on newer vessels, she's got plenty of light coming in with the
Yeah.
woodwork as well. So there's
This is the dining area.
TV there with an AV system underneath, and it's all run from a Crestron controller over here. Again, with
Ceiling
the-
feels
you can
like
see,
leather.
10, and we could easily we buy it for more than that here.
This is also very solid wood everywhere. Not the cheap veneer, which we see on many other boats.
Good space. Good space.
Windows also seem to be very solid. Is there another floor underneath this carpet, or is that the carpet you usually have?
This is the carpet.
Okay.
This is the carpet, yeah. It's very hard wearing.
Yeah.
That's a table for 10.
10, yeah. And then we have the close-off doors if you want to put them together to make it a bit more intimate. for
That's
dining.
nice. Okay. Let me get a close-up of this area.
Little games table here for the kids and also the life one.
And I guess that is a mini bar?
No, that's a TV screen behind the
Oh, okay.
pop-up TV. And we have all the games in there, the Xbox and all the...
Perfect. Do you have an entertainment system like a Sonos or something on board?
We only have we have a server system on board, but it's not really it's just got music on it.
Okay.
And it's got an iMerge system. It's
An
a
iMerge.
hard drive, PC-based hard drive.
Okay. So can you centrally control the loudspeakers in different areas of the boat?
Yes.
Yeah, we can send music around the whole boat,
Ah,
or
perfect.
keep it in a particular
If you're
area.
having a party, you can have one tune playing
Yeah.
in every speaker in the boat.
Yeah.
That's cool. Great.
The same tune.
Yes.
Yes. From the same source, from one source, you can play throughout the whole boat.
Yeah.
That's great.
Right. Should we move on into the main
Yes, please.
owner's suite?
How many crew do you run with?
We run with 8 in season,
8. And in off season?
down to 5 or 6, depending on what we're doing, where we are. This is the first season actually we're quiet. We normally go back to the Caribbean for the season. This year they want to leave it here in the Med.
She goes to the Caribbean on her own
So
boat?
it has a Crestron system
She goes
on board,
on dockwise.
Oh, okay, that's good.
controlled by Android.
What's the cost on dockwise roughly?
I believe it's about 150
Yeah.
at the moment for this size of vessel. We came across this year in March early.
What's the minimum crew you could operate this with?
As a captain myself, I'd like 8.
But if you have,
but
for
if-
example, only the owner on board,
6. You really need to have 6.
you need 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how much the owner spends more or less a year?
On the boat? Oh.
Yeah.
In dollars, I'd $1.5 million on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
A year.
Yeah.
Just for the
everything.
regular
That's
ma-
everything though. Everything. Maintenance,
Crew, dockwise,
dockage, not dockwise, dockage.
maintenance crew, dockage.
Yeah.
They separate out dockage?
If you take the dockage out,
Yeah.
I'd have to think
How
about
she
it.
ride at anchor?
Like this.
Yes. Yes, like this, but in windy conditions.
In windy conditions,
or-
but you know, when we first got here,
Yes.
it was rolly, and everybody was rolling around. We've got a nice rounded hull, and she rolls gently. She's not violent, and she's not slapping because she hasn't got that bottom, that flat bottom.
Mhm.
And so we were rolling like everybody else, but I wouldn't normally sit at an anchorage here if it was rolly. You'd find somewhere that isn't rolly. You know what I mean? You'd find somewhere shallow or somewhere nice and easy that wouldn't roll so much, because that's the only thing you've got against it, and that's the captain's job, is to find somewhere that isn't going to roll around.
Yes.
We're here because we need to be here,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't have guests on board. When we first arrived here, the first 2 days we were here, it was rolly and it wasn't very nice for guests to be on board.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't do that. You know what I mean?
So has she done any transatlantic crossing on her own
No,
hull?
no, not in recent years anyway that I know of.
Okay.
Maybe. when
But she's
she
well
was- when she
capable
was
of-
lying- She's got the range. She has the range if you want to do it.
How does she feel in heavy weather?
Very good. She handles very well.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We've had some bad weather even here this season, so she does very very well. She's a very stable boat, comfortable. Always you feel safe with it. You know what I mean? Big steel hull. She's gonna pound through it. She doesn't ride over it. She just goes through it. So it's good.
That's great.
Going
Okay.
into the
We're moving from the
What flag
office
is
to
she?
the owner's
Sorry?
cabin.
What flag?
British flag, London.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
London flag.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's
The
commercial
other side.
MCA, all that.
Commercial MCA Lloyd's A1.
So this is the owner's cabin.
Going back to the running costs, Martin, I mean, the owners basically run it with a more or less unlimited budget. You know, they just say,
Hmm.
do what it takes to keep the boat looking
Yeah.
A1. So,
Yeah.
you know,
So you could run it with less and have the boat still looking very well.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, you know, it's whether you want to replace things for new or, you know, paint them and keep the old version. You know, it's that kind of decision all the time. You know, maintenance decisions, whether you.
No, it's just if I compare it with other boats, that's almost triple what the others spend, so that's a lot. The others are in
Other
this
boats
range are
at
mostly
40
spending
43
between,
meters or?
let's say, between 500 and 750 million. Sorry,
Thousand.
thousands
In
a year.
euro or
Euros
dollars?
dollars?
In dollars. Dollars.
Which boats, like, for example?
For example, Antinia, which is a 43 meters.
Natinia?
Antinia.
That's it.
It's you can see it from here. The blue hull. It's a 43 meter.
And they're running at how much?
I think it was 750, right? 750,000.
$500,000. 500,000. So that would be 500,000 euros for a 43 meter.
Mhm.
With all
They
crew,
are best.
insurances, dockage.
Yes. No, without
fuels.
docking.
Without dockage?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about fueling and?
Included.
That's either not true or they have no maintenance budget.
Yeah.
There's no way you can run a 43 meter.
And then if you look at the
500,000.
smaller ones, the La Fiera, for example, the Benetti Classic, 35
35
meters,
meter,
running
yeah.
at $500,000, all in.
Yeah,
See,
but then
again-
you're down to 5 crew, 4 or 5 crew, and
5 crew.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I was running a Benetti Classic about 3 years ago, and that was, you know, a charter boat running all year round, and they ran at between 750 and 800 euros. So we couldn't have run that boat, you know, and that was an owner being careful on the money and a captain being careful on the money, and me supervising the accounts and making the decisions. You couldn't, you know, it kind of depends how you use it, you know. If you could crew this boat with 4 crew, you know, as in physically, you know, you could manoeuvre it, etc. But you know, it's going to take 2 guys 2 days to clean it. So while they're doing that, well, you know, that's the only, because then only 2 people for the owner to.
Now, and when you charter, how much do you charge per week? More or
High
less?
season one is 112, and then low season 98.
And how many weeks have you chartered this year?
We've done 3 weeks this year.
And last year?
I think they did 1 week last year.
Okay.
The owners used it a lot last year, much more than this year. But we still did 6 weeks with the owners this year also. They just popped on whenever that we were not with charter, so they just come and meet us.
Okay.
And then if you remove the concept of charter from the maintenance budget, that I mean, I think we're sort of looking at private. So if you take the charter out, does that change the maintenance budget significantly?
Well, it depends on the owner's use then. If the owner wants to live on the boat 3-4 months a year, then you would back to the same rate as what you would with charter.
Right.
But if your owner comes on, say 2 weeks every month, or then yes, the usage goes down.
Yeah.
But then your dockage prices go up because you're going to be at dock all the time.
Yeah, just interesting.
The answer is yes, it does. I'd say, I mean, it's so variable, but if you wanted to sort of, I mean, a hazardly guess, I'd say if you charter, you generally add about 20% to your running cost.
20%.
That's 20%.
Well, just because if you're chartering, you basically need to be at full complement all the time, because you might get a call that says, hey, there's a charter booked, it starts on Saturday, that's 4 days away, and you haven't got time to go running around looking for an extra deckhand or an extra stewardess or a chef or whatever. And obviously charter guests, you know, they want top-notch service. So, you know, when they ask for a drink, they don't want you to say, oh, sorry, we're just going to finish cleaning the tender. You know, we'll get to you in an hour or so. You know, that's not going to go down very well when they paid 100,000, you know, for the week. So that's why, you know, it's a service level. You know, when an owner's on board, they probably, given that they're paying the bills, they're probably happier to get their own drink.
Yeah.
And that leaves the stewardess / deckhand to clean the tender or whatever it is that people are doing. You know,
so if you take the service feature out, maybe then even it's
it's a big cost, because you know, if you look at say a stewardess at 3,000 a month, you know, you take one stewardess out of the equation, you just save yourself, you know, 20 whatever it is, 36,000 a year.
Yes.
You know, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you might also end up paying charges, recruitment fees, etc. So it's probably going to round up to 40,000. If you lose a stewardess and a deckhand, now you just saved yourself 80,000. You know, that's real money. So
wear and tear on the boat, charter versus private use, is a bit different too, would you say, or not?
It depends. We're very selective on who we allow to charter the boat.
Yeah.
We don't do parties. We don't do single people. It's normally family. It's a family-oriented charter boat.
Yeah.
And they 9 times out of 10 respect the boat for what it is. So we've never had any damage to the boat in that respect.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just a brief view at the owner's bathroom.
Yeah, another question then, just kind of.
This is a very good Japanese sunken bathtub here. It's like.
Oh, okay, wow, it's huge.
It's huge, yeah.
Inspection.
Just
Isn't that nice?
Yes, that's like a Japanese tub or
So
something, nice.
this is my leg inside.
It's a Japanese deck.
Yeah, well, we can't really see it on the video, but it's a very
That's
deep
fantastic.
thing. It looks
It's
great.
very good. And then you have a separate shower there as well, so it's all.
boat this size.
You need a wide angle on this one. You got shades here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a little bit stiff because they're just oiled in place. Oops. We'll go with this one instead.
That one goes. That's nice. So you can have a look. You can look through the window while you're taking a shower. And this is the shower, very spacious. The marble floor cut out. It's pretty nice.
They should be able to pollute the water more than most of them. But certainly, once you get into commercial, you know, they're quite a bit more strict about about safety. So things like, you know, you need double the number of life rafts that you need for private.
What's also interesting is that the boat is pretty quiet compared to other boats, while the AC is running and the generators are running, at least so far.
Yeah, so yeah, you have to have basically, you know, on a private boat with 10 people on board, you have to have enough space in the life raft for 10 people. On a commercial boat, you have to have 20.
Yeah.
You know, in case one of the life rafts gets thrown in the water and doesn't go off.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Can I open some of these closets?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that looks like plenty of closet space.
It's not, I mean, it's not, expense-wise, it's not a significant expense. It's just,
This is all oiled wood as well. There's
Okay.
not varnish. This is an oil on
Yeah,
here.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So you get the furniture
Yeah.
polish.
Like this boat being commercial.
And actually, for maintenance-wise, it's better than the varnish, because the varnish is going to just decay over time, and so you've got to strip the whole thing right back. All we need to do with this is once a year is top up on the oil,
Yeah.
and that's it, done for the season.
That's great.
Very easy.
How does it hold up in the sun, in the air is exposed
Oh, very
directly?
easy. I mean, we've been in the sun all season, and it hasn't faded at all, so it holds up very well.
And this is leather, right?
This is leather.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more complicated. We've got to be very, very careful with this, so you can't put water on it and leave cut marks and things
Sure.
on it like this. So it's a little
And
bit
then obviously
more.
you don't then have to have all the inspections.
And what is this? Is it a mirror?
Just it's a little desk.
Okay.
Fine letting
Desk
it,
in
fall,
there.
you know, if I was advising your owner, it's fine to, if you want to,
Sorry.
no problem, it's fine to let it fall out of MCA, it's not fine to let it fall out of class. Because if you let it fall out of class, trying to get it back in, boats like this, grandfather.
So it doesn't have a walk-in closet, but judging from what I can see here, the closet space should be more than sufficient. It's interesting, this is a floor made out of leather plates. Thank you. Where have they gone to?
Just the off deck again.
Okay, great. Getting lost on this boat here. Okay, make a very brief coffee break now.
Not including purchasing in the first place.
So we just heard that the owner spent $60 million on this vessel. 16 since they owned it, not including the purchase price. And we're back from the coffee break. And by the way, this was the best coffee so far.
Thank you very much.
You even beat the Italian boat.
Yes.
Thank you. That's very good.
What we have here.
Now we're going down to the guest cabins.
You've got the round portholes. You have the overstep here. It's very ship shaped, which I think is for this age of boat is really the way to do. You know, newer boats, and they've got all these. It's all modern hotel style. You just
Yeah.
go to
Yeah, you could
you're
be
in a
in the
hotel.
Ibis,
This you're in a cabin here. You know you're in a cabin. You're not in a hotel room. We have two of these on two doubles on the port side and two twins on the starboard side, and the bathroom's quite spacious. And the showers are enormous, actually, quite big. Push that. Very spacious showers.
Now this looks nice.
Bathroom in there is quite spacious.
Okay.
Oh, it's okay.
Sorry.
Oh, the bathroom. The head. Oh yes, this is great. A lot of space. Nice materials. Oh, this looks like glass. This looks like real glass, yes. This is all real glass. And you have a big mirror on this side here.
That's tablecloth covers, so that's.
So we'll cover all the tabletops and
Yeah.
cover the surfaces.
It's a twin cabin.
This bathroom is actually the smallest one out of the four because you've got the staircase that comes
Okay.
down, so you lose a little bit of height just there. But the shower itself is still just as big.
So this is the smallest bathroom. Still larger than this one in Aphrodite. solid wood.
Yeah.
These interrupters are throughout the entire boat and look pretty nice actually.
Just wipe down and it's done.
Yeah, and keep it painted so it's
Yeah.
easy to resurface it if the sun has an effect.
Yeah.
And this is the exact same layout as the other one, right?
Just the mirror image, yeah. Same with the bathroom.
And this is leather on the ceiling?
No, vinyl.
Vinyl, okay.
Yeah.
Looks like leather.
Just he was saying it was a really easy maintenance as far as the whole boat.
You can see for yourself, everything is nice and clean and light,
Yeah.
and it's a quick wipe down. It's not one of these bouffant, fluffy type boats where everything's pillows and
Yeah.
colours and decoration. You can see there's very little in the way of additional decoration on the boat, so
That's great.
it makes it for low maintenance for the crew.
And in here you have some form of connected an iPod?
Yes, iPod
Okay.
connection.
That's
under
right in there.
Yeah.
Okay, that was what you mentioned. Okay. And this is a double or a twin?
That's the twin. There.
Twin, okay. So we have 2 doubles and 2 twins.
Yep.
And how does this ceiling come down through? So you see underneath it? Is it all Velcro or?
No, it slides. It's on a slide system.
It's on a
Yeah.
slide system.
Well, you start from one end. This one here, you slide this way out, and then the rest will just follow it out.
Ah, yeah. Very cool.
Now is this the crew area?
This is the crew area. You're quite welcome to go in.
That will be nice. So, and this is a watertight bulkhead.
How many watertight bulkheads? Okay.
Crew mess.
And I didn't notice, does she have a garage?
Yes, the lazarette down below.
Lazarette.
It's not really a garage.
Doesn't open from the back.
It does open from the back, but it's only accessible by foot traffic. It's not really you don't bring tenders in and stuff.
Okay.
Not a tender garage. I'll show you where the tender goes. Quite spacious. We'll get 7 crew down here. My cabin is
Washer, dryer. Or you? No.
Your cabin.
Scott,
Yep.
could you take over the camera for a moment because I have to make a phone call?
Oh, yeah.
It's still running.
Swain, our engineer.
Hello,
in his
Swain,
cabin.
how are you?
I'm good, yeah.
We're just looking at your
Hello.
cabin and invading privacy, I'm sorry to say. Okay, crew mess area here. Kind of nice that the crew mess area actually has a door, so it can just close off from the rest of the
It's
boat.
good for the girls. It's easy access for the morning when the people have gone up to get breakfast. They got access here because the laundry is all the way forward, so everything can be done
Right, up
in
here.
one hit straight through.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And how about showers for the crew? Is there that one? Or
No, there's 3 showers
3 showers.
for the 3 cabins.
Every cabin has a shower.
It's
Yes.
all on suite.
Not en suite, but
Okay.
they're next to each other.
Okay.
With the crew ones, yeah.
And there's one bathroom down here?
No,
There's
no,
3
that's why I was
bathrooms
just
down here.
asking. 3 bathrooms.
Oh, 3 bathrooms, but they're not en suite.
3 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
And that's the laundry area we're in now. And then there's a separate crew access out to the main deck right here, which is good because then again it keeps it away from guest areas. We don't, when that door's closed, the normal crew come up and out this way.
Okay, should we go up those other stairs? Okay, heading out of the crew quarters. Last look at the guest area. Okay.
And the galley.
Hello,
Jordan, our chef.
Jordan. Thank you for making those little croissants, the pastries. That was just brilliant. Everything stay on the stove pretty well.
Yeah, actually.
We've got the framing. If we're in heavy seas, we can put frames up and keep all the pots and pans in place. But I don't do that. We never do those if we've got guests on board. We wouldn't be out in that sort of sea anyway with guests on board. So.
The oven, is that convection?
This one is a steam convection, and this is a standard oven.
And that's a standard oven,
I'll
okay.
help out if you will.
Oh, you stay right there. We're done with that.
You've got full-size fridge freezers up here, fridge freezer down here, and another fridge under here.
Okay, fridge freezer here. Stand up there. No walk-in anywhere.
No walk-in now.
Okay.
But we have additional freezer space in the lazarette.
And you do your dishes there into that?
Yeah, dishwasher, coffee machine,
Okay.
and an ice maker right here too. So,
Oh, and the ice maker. Okay.
yeah, we'll go back out this way.
Should I hang a left for the owner's cabin?
Yeah, we did that one already. But,
Oh, Merton must have done that.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, we did down
We'll go
there.
back up.
Okay, so that's looking back again where we've already been to the seating table. Oh, blacked out bridge. How
Yeah.
cool is that?
This is very good because we do a lot of evening, nighttime cruises,
Yeah.
and the visibility is superb because we don't have the deeply raked windows, which cause reflection, really bad
Yeah,
reflection,
yeah, yeah.
and because it's all blacked out in here, I get very good visibility going out. So I feel very comfortable cruising at night with the boat.
Looks like a Douglas Adams concept.
She is obviously age appropriate. She's not been overly modified and changed up because she wouldn't look right in the wheelhouse if you tried to make it all too modern. So the fact that she's still got all the switches fits with the boat's age.
Go back. Want me to take over?
Sure.
There we go. Thanks, Scott.
One of the modern appliances we do have. Yeah. One of the modern appliances we do have is the control system up here. This gives us access to.
Look at this wheel. This is a proper ship.
Yes, this is
Yes.
it really feels like a ship. This is very nice.
None of this.
Merton, you want to get this just for a second?
push button
Sure.
control.
Back of the electrical
Turning
panel.
this. Ah, there we go. That looks complicated.
What sort of stabilizers are on the boat?
The
There's a switch panel here.
Vosper Thornycroft. Yeah, which are
British.
They're British, and then a part of NIAD now as well.
Oh, are they
Same,
part of
yeah.
NIAD?
Yeah, but these are original with it, I think, so they'll be the Vosper Thornycrofts.
Yeah, they're underway stabilizers, not zero speeds.
Yeah.
This screen you see up in front gives me visibility on all the systems on the boat. Fuel, we take 62,000 litres of fuel.
Can you see how much you're consuming in real time?
Yes, consumption here per litre per hour.
Per
Yeah.
liter.
Yeah.
Gonna do a close up. A lot of sun here. There we go, more or less.
And the same with service tanks.
Mm-hmm.
With 2 black waters, 2 grey waters, a white water laundry, and a fresh tank here, fresh water tank here.
Okay.
And does she have sewage
What's
treatment?
original?
Sewage treatment as well, Hammond sewage treatment, which is in this panel.
Wow.
And then air conditioning system also.
How many units do you have? Is it one central unit? Or
No, two of the same size,
Mhm.
but one unit will run the whole ship comfortably.
Oh, okay. In general, do you have redundant systems everywhere?
Yeah, yeah. And then engine room.
And then, of course, you have a camera system.
Yeah. CCTV is up here.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Again, it's not the most up-to-date modern of wheelhouses, but it's perfectly adequate for what we need. That's the original name up there, original nameplate.
Mm-hmm. That was for Saudi owners, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And is there a captain's cabin attached?
Oh yes.
Ah, there we go.
That's the radio room on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Communications radio room, navigation, equipment, and charts.
This is nice. So practical.
Very practical, yeah. Excuse my radio on. That's on internet now. So we run it all the time. So. Oh, beauty.
And this is the captain's cabin. Oh, you have a nice cabin here.
It's not bad at all. Very spacious, comfortable. And I also have additional navigation screen here and wind meter here,
Oh, that is
so
great.
I can keep an eye on things from my cabin.
Can you put navigational charts on the TV in the salon, for example, if you wanted to?
No, it's not linked that way.
Okay, it's not
this
linked.
one's not linked that way. I know what you mean, because on previous vessels I've done that. Because guests like to see where they're going on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have a screen up.
Not only guests, but the owner.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be doable.
Yeah, it's not a difficult one. You
No,
just
I
go
guess
through the
so.
Wi-Fi
Yeah.
system. You can probably get it through the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And this is
This is
what's
a
usually
upper
called the
side Sky Lounge.
Sky Lounge, yeah.
TV room, really, we call it. We can black out these screens. We've got these big blinds come up and black out the whole room.
Wow.
And then this is the AV system here. We have, again, runs on Freshron here,
Mm-hmm.
and also the blinds are on the Freshron system as well for here. So
Okay. And these
Yeah.
are the stairs down to the main salon.
that's down the main salon, yeah. And you have the big,
It's like
what we
a
call daybed
Divan.
type thing, yeah. This has had a lot of use. People come in here a lot. It's,
yeah. I suppose that this will be the main area, right?
yeah. This on the outside, we're going to see the outside right. Do you need to get a move on?
No, it's alright. I just called him the.
Okay.
Okay. She's still stuck in traffic with Nice, so we've got another half an hour. So.
Oh, nice.
Bridge deck
A
loft.
lot of space here.
Lots of space here.
This is very nice.
Again, it's a wet bar. Sink,
Nice details
fridge,
on
and
this-
ice
on this
maker
boat.
all together right here, and plenty of storage as well. This table is particularly good because it'll not only seat 10 for a formal dinner, but you can move it out for informal usage.
Oh, that's practical.
So you can just sit around there and just be relaxed rather than having to sit up tight. Yeah.
Do you have a barbecue area?
No, there's no outside barbecue on the boat.
Okay.
There is a grill in the galley that we can do
Mhm.
normal barbecue steaks and whatever.
And these are the exhausts?
No.
Okay,
no.
because they
just
look like
rice
exhausts.
sacks.
Yes.
This one is actually the crane, the davit here,
Okay.
in the way.
Oh, how Scooby-Doo is that?
Scott is happy.
Yeah.
Let's have a look inside.
And because we're MCA compliant, we also it's a redundancy on here. We have 24-volt
Okay.
backup system.
I think it doesn't really show because of the sun right now. Okay, and then you have two wave runners here. A small laser.
I positioned these here just for the show right now.
Okay.
These wave runners would normally sit here, like going 4.5
Yeah.
right here, and the tender sits at 4 ships right here. Just so we can give you more space here, because normally, if you're at anchor, all the toys will be in the water,
Mhm.
and this whole deck is clear.
Yeah.
And everything is down because everything is a flush fit, so we can take all the fittings out, all the chocks come out of the way, so you get a whole space here to play with.
So where does the staircase lead to?
Down to the main deck aft again.
Okay.
That's normally a crew access is a little bit
Yeah.
tight for guests. Sometimes they come up. We get kids on here, but they want to go swimming and jumping off the side. They'll run up here and jump off the side, type thing. And this is a nice
pretty good
feature.
jump.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a walk around bridge?
Jump from the top as well. It's perfect. Full walk around on both levels, this level and the main deck.
Do you have portable navigation stations?
No, I've got one helm station up on the
flybridge,
which I'll
okay.
tell you about in a minute. A nice feature up here is additional. These two lockers are air conditioned and chilled, and so for long-term
that's nice.
cruising, we can use this for food storage, for fruit and vegetables, flowers, drinks.
Is there a way to turn that off? Because right now there's nothing in there and you're basically
It can
chilling
be
them.
turned off if you want to turn it off.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's all controllable. Then there's a second one here too.
Mm-hmm. How is she to dock? Is it easy to dock her?
Easy. She's very maneuverable. Very maneuverable.
So-
I got one of the best things on this boat, and I love it because the bow thruster is the most powerful bow thruster I've ever had on a boat. 75 horsepower bow thruster.
75
Pushing against 20 knot winds, which is very unusual.
And if you're coming in fast and you put the engines in reverse, do the engines stop her immediately?
She's got electronic controls. You can't just slam her into reverse. She'll come to a stop with the engines,
Sure.
with the props, and then she'll come in.
No, but I mean, do the engine have enough force to stop her right on the spot?
Yeah.
2 times 2,000 horsepower.
Yeah, it's just big, powerful engines. Yeah, which is great for maneuverability at low speed.
Mm-hmm. This is the top deck.
This is a really nice area. Again, it's very spacious.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the big bed section here, and then you have another section here. This is This is doubled up. We can either have the beds like this, full bed size, or we drop down the table or lift the table up. It's all hydraulic. There's a second one here. We can do a full formal dining here if you want. And you have the retractable awning as well.
That's the awning, and then that's the helm station.
That's the helm
there.
station, yeah.
And no wing controls.
No wing controls, but as you can see, the visibility up here is easy anyway.
It's great.
And as I've been driving it for a while, I'm quite comfortable with the size. And obviously you can have the main half deck and again, we've got full wet bar up here, sink, fridge and ice maker. All up here also. Another nice feature is the fact you can't see the life rafts. They're hidden underneath these two benches here.
Oh, okay.
So they're tucked away.
The sun lasts
There.
longer.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then there's storage all under here.
I can look down.
This section is all storage.
Oops.
The general storage on the bed?
It's fairly good. It is fairly good. And I'm sure you'll see the lazarette on thing.
Perhaps with storage, the fencing, like it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Added that extra top over.
Yeah.
Gonna make a brief stop here because we're running out of space.
Operational, and I keep
Back
it
on
maintained
recording?
to make sure it's working.
And this is the generator exhaust and also the engine exhaust?
That's the generator exhaust there. That big one there is the main engine exhaust.
Yeah.
But that's only for low RPM. But above 1,000 RPM, it's pushed under the water and sent backwards.
Okay. So in the back, when there's somebody in the water bathing, you don't hear the exhaust at all. Okay. That's great to know. And this is the original bathing platform before the extension, which folds down. It can also be used for tender docking. Now we're going up the bow, to the bow.
This is one of the deck lockers and a fire locker also. So emergency bilge and fire pump.
Yes.
There's one fire kit here, there's another fire kit on the aft deck.
And self-contained breathing?
Yes. And we can also refill because we've got full dive equipment with our own compressor on board with an adapter to fill.
Far up, so you can have a tree drill.
Yeah. It's a working deck, but it's nice and clean and tidy and everything's in its place. We've just put brand new anchor chains on.
How long?
125 metres each one.
125 meters.
And what is that up front?
That's the bow locker, additional line locker.
Okay.
Yeah, just an anchor locker down here.
Yeah.
Small storage space.
Oops.
We have more storage in the attachable. It's very well appointed for you. I think it's got everything you need. And this is your crew access door here. You saw at the end of the laundry.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. And then there's the dry store. The actual dry store for the galley is right here.
Oh yeah.
Lots of extra little cubbies.
Yeah.
Put some quality gear on there when they were putting it together.
Yeah.
Martin, I'm going to have to head back in, I'm afraid.
Okay. Let me start the video here. So we have a 6-meter passerelle right here underneath us. We're gonna have a look at the
I'm going to be
lazarette.
waiting for you when you arrive.
We have the attachable shower up here with a split connection.
Oh yeah, nice shower.
And then shore
There.
power for when we're at shore will come out of this hole also.
Oh, okay.
Boarding ladder comes out here. That's what it comes out here.
Shore power, 6-meter passerelle, and shower.
No,
right
the
there.
bikes are a great sign.
That's enormous, huh? Look at the size
So-
of it.
Yes, there's.
So what's important to note is that the entrance to the lazarette is very large. This is pretty,
And these amazing hinges.
and these are amazing hinges. That's true.
It is.
Probably won't fall out in a swell.
I don't think so.
And you have a lot of space down here. It's not a full tender garage, but it has a lot of space for
Is it
toys.
possible to peek at the steering gear?
Yeah, we can have one of these hatches.
And I just learned that the owner is an ex-Goldman Sachs guy. in his late 40s, more or less. It's also interesting piece of information.
See you later, guys.
Thank you so
See you later.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Simon. It was good to meet you.
These boards using it for storage a little bit, but the rudders, this is the rudder rod here, and then hydraulics are right there. You can just see the rudders back up inside.
I'm gonna try to crawl in there with Scott.
Yeah, I can show you another way.
Okay, thanks. So, just in case, I don't think we're gonna see a lot on the video, but we are trying.
Oh yeah, looks pretty industrial from this angle. Push-pull rams, double ram.
Heavy duty.
Okay.
And is this
Oh, I see. That's a tie-in rod, so it's only got a ram on one side. So what's a tie-in rod? That one side's 24, one side's 220.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I can forget that later. We got more storage everywhere you look. Really. This is the engineer's stores
Mm-hmm.
in here, and this is the deck stores in this one, and the toy store. We call it a toy store. All the
Oh, a lot of water
additional
there.
inflatables and this is your passive oil lighting.
Okay.
And the smell everywhere is very good. Doesn't smell like diesel
Makes for
as in other
comfortable
boats.
setups, you know what I mean? For
Very, very
dive-
tidy
full
everything.
dive equipment. So we can all set it up here without having to worry about sitting on the off deck and
yeah.
and then people come in here and put all their wetsuits on or get changed or whatever they want to do.
Get all sorted and comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's the entrance to the engine room there?
That's the engine room there. We've got additional fridge here.
Washing.
Oh, okay.
There's a dryer here, just good. And then storage.
Wow.
This storage here goes all the way under these stairs here. It's
That's
massive storage.
Okay.
fantastic.
You won't run out of space in this one.
And again, you've got more storage on this side, the same thing, it's all dive compressor down here. Wetsuits, PFDs in here.
Do these go with the boat? The toys and suits?
I would actually imagine they would, because they have no use for them.
Okay.
I mean, they're not buying on a boat. So don't take my word for that, but I would say that whatever you see is going to go, except for some of the artwork. Some of the artwork I know is theirs and they want to keep it.
Okay.
But I don't see a reason why they would not want to leave everything else with the boat.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to buy another boat, which is my understanding. They would just do that.
Okay, let's go into the engine room.
Engine room.
After you, Scott. This is the engine room.
These are the air conditioning units here I talked about earlier.
Okay.
Again, each one is capable of running the whole ship, even in high summer, no problem at all. In addition, we've just put in this year for the variable speeds here. Because these are so powerful,
Yeah.
what they used to do when they used to fire up intermittently would dim the lights in the boat because there's so much power, so much draw. But now, with these, they ramp up slowly.
Ah, that's great.
So it's an additional balances everything out.
This is one of the nicest engine rooms I've seen so far. And these are the two generators.
That's two generators here.
What's the brand of the generator?
The brand, Cola, I think they're Cola, yeah.
Okay. And we can see back here that there's a separate room for the engineer, soundproofed. Actually, I'm going to walk in there now. There we go. This is for the engineer. Did a pretty good job on the soundproofing. Where is this? Control panels, emergency engine controls, and again the computer system that controls the entire boat. a very small generator that can be used only to power the fridges or something?
No.
No.
No, it's not the two, but I think that's what this is for. It's a load bank which
Yeah.
puts power back into the generator so that you're not running under low power. You've got to be running a certain RPM, a certain load all the time. Like 70-75% load on the generators is optimum. And then when we're running, like you said, the low.
What do you do here? So you just heat seawater and pump it back in the sea?
Oh yeah, just seawater. That's all it does. Just a pump.
Adjustable.
These are your steering pumps here. Back up.
Okay. Can we have a look at the bilge somewhere?
Yeah, I mean you can just see between the engine and look down. It's very clean.
Oh yeah, it's a very clean bilge. Can't see any water in the bilge, which is also first. Can't see it. I'm going to stop the video now because I think we can't hear anything, any part of the conversation anyway. Yeah?
I sent it to you by email.
Thanks.
It's the operating part, whatever.
Ah,
but
perfect.
It is on the very, very high end because they have put 6 crew.
Okay.
So, you know.
So the charter
Exactly.
requirement, okay.
Charter operating. Yeah, exactly. So it's definitely cut down or cut down by a few $100,000.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it.
Yeah.
But it's a good
Just
breakdown, I
to
think.
give you like a breakdown idea
That's great.
more than actually the number itself. Just have a look at the spec. I'm
Just doing a video from the outside to have a more vivid impression of both. That was El Chino. Very nice job.